2023 stands out for colossally boneheaded blunders from Tinseltown's biggest players. Let's dive into the top 5 instances where hapless execs chose willful wokeness over wise restraint. Despite high stakes, Hollywood can't resist jamming square pegs into round holes when a hot trend comes along. This time, willful wokeness sank the ship. Number 5. The Witcher Season 3. Henry Cavill brought Geralt of Rivia to life in Netflix's adaptation of The Witcher books and games. His reverence for the source material and pitch-perfect performance made him a fan favorite. So when he left the show after Season 2, citing creative differences, it should have been a 5-alarm fire for Netflix. Instead, they replaced him with Liam Hemsworth, changed the story to focus on the female characters, and proceeded to drive the show off a cliff. Season 3 reduces Geralt's role to masking, whereas Ciri and getting his ass kicked. Main villains like Village Forts are relegated to stage props for the girl boss posturing of Ciri, Yennefer, Francesca, Brynhilda, and company. Creative conflicts between the showrunner's writer's room and other producers boasting actual Witcher storytelling credits. Instead of heeding their vital insights, Hissrich ignored dissenting voices of experience outright. Come the second season, deviations from and distortions of the lore increased substantially alongside drastically cheaper production values. Core characters behaved erratically, central relationships lost chemistry, and world-building coherence suffered greatly. But the stellar cast and Henry Cavill's unmatched performance managed to anchor the ongoing upheaval in some semblance of the Witcher spirit against the odds. Until October 2022, when Cavill suddenly left the show, explicitly citing artistic differences, with the direction of the series eroding his ability to honor Geralt's character. Showrunner Lauren S. Dishridge even retweeted a billboard touting, "Yes, it's still Geralt in Season 3, as if to mock the scrum of fans. No wonder viewership plummeted by 60% from Season 2. The Witcher embodied the height of Hollywood hubris. Netflix ignored all warning signs and marched proudly into the woke flames. Now all that remains are smoldering ashes where great franchise once stood. Number 4. Doctor Who 60th Anniversary. Doctor Who made waves in 2017 by recasting the iconic Doctor as a woman, played by Jodie Whittaker. What followed was a steady ratings decline under showrunner Chris Chibnall. By the 60th anniversary in 2023, the BBC had to call emergency reinforcements, the returning Russell T Davies and David Tennant. But alas, the anniversary specials doubled down on the identity politics instead of returning to form. The Doctor and companions virtue signal in every other line of dialogue. We learn the first Doctor was actually a little black girl because progress, and Davros is magically healed so they don't offend the differently able, rather than deliver a celebratory outing befitting 6 decades of history. Davies peppers the story with snide swipes at longtime fans. The Doctor smugly denounces past heteronormative storylines, while former companion Donna Noble suffers traumatic memory wipes yet again. The nadir comes when Tennant's retired Doctor lambasts the very concept of heroism, claiming women are the true saviors. He then regenerates into the non-binary actor Ncuti Gatwa, while the heaven-sent ritual is transformed into a garish musical number. For a series touting limitless imagination, the specials display remarkable myopia. Iconic elements dating back to the 1960s are systematically attacked, eroded, or discarded outright. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts, designed to push away legacy fans in hopes of attracting imaginary new ones. Average viewers flood in droves while fawning critics gushed praise. But ultimately, not even the combined star power of Tennant and Davies could spark interest in this tiresome affair. The Doctor no longer heals time, he wounds it. Number 3. Secret Invasion. When Marvel revealed they were adapting a seminal comics storyline spanning generations of heroes into a Disney Plus show, expectations were sky high. Instead, we got the MCU's dimmest outing yet, a mundane spy thriller anchored by a woefully miscast Samuel L. Jackson. The comics version of Secret Invasion showcases a Skrull infiltration so subtle and far-reaching that no one, not even Nick Fury, can detect it. This leads to a tsunami of paranoia, threatening to drown Earth's mightiest heroes under suspicion and betrayal. Yet the MCU rendition reduces the Skrull threat to a handful of shape-shifting bureaucrats. Rather than unite Avengers old and new against an alien invasion, it amounts to political jockeying best suited for C-SPAN. Nick Fury spends most of the show getting knocked around by female Skrulls, while fan-favorite characters Maria Hill and Agent Coulson are unceremoniously killed off. The plot comes down to Fury promising a planet to some kid Skrulls. When he can't deliver, leader Talos hides 1 million refugees on Earth until they miraculously develop MacGuffin powers. Forget assembling super teams to fight giant purple titans. The fate of the free world hangs on emotional conversations in corporate boardrooms. Riveting stuff. The high point comes when we learn S.H.I.E.L.D. bigwig James Rhodes was secretly a female Skrull since Captain America Civil War, retconning 7 years of movies. As storytelling logic goes, that's right up there with Bobby Ewing's infamous shower scene on Dallas. Even hardcore MCU devotees shook their heads in disbelief at this narrative train wreck. After whetting fans' appetites with an epic comic book premise, Secret Invasion buries expectations under 6 hours of smoke and mirror monotony. The show goes down as another wasted opportunity littering Disney's streaming graveyard. Number 2. The Marvels. Despite criticisms, Captain Marvel hauled in over $1 billion at the box office. Yet rather than stick to a winning formula, Disney got high on their own fumes. In the sequel, Carol Danvers competes for screen time with Pakistani teen Kamala Khan and grown-up Monica Rambeau. Their vaguely defined, inconsistent power sets result in inert action scenes revolving around magic bangles. Oscar winner Annette Bening reprises her role as the cosmic villainous bureaucracy, the Supreme Intelligence. But she's reduced to making catty remarks before getting cawed by latest girl boss idol Nia DaCosta in a fitting bit of symbolism. Leaked Sony documents reveal Marvel hierarchy knew the Marvels was shaping up to be a disaster. But rather than course correct, they dismissed concerns as sexist trolling. The movie scored Disney's first losing opening weekend since 2011, halting MCU's unbroken box office streak. Quickly compounding insult upon injury, the Marvels suffered history's steepest second weekend plunge for any Marvel Cinematic Universe entry, demonstrating near unprecedented levels of negative word of mouth. Industry's observers pointed toward a growing storm of franchise fatigue, dwindling theatrical revenues further amidst climbing production costs, as streaming cannibalization struggles to compensate at increasing billions in losses annually. Amidst the clumsy intersectional bludgeoning and narrative incoherence, even general audiences turned off by Tinseltown's increasing ideological single-mindedness could recognize the Marvels truly taking Marvel Studios' post-Endgame tendency of underwhelming fans to dire extremes. This unprecedented rejection coming on the heels Disney's 100th anniversary celebration plans, relying upon Marvel maintaining pop culture ubiquity hints, ominous cracks, emerging in very foundations propping up the once indomitable Mouse House empire, now trending increasingly wayward into creative stagnation. Number 1. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Beliefs define our reality. If enough devotees share a belief, violating that belief causes cognitive dissonance akin to physical pain. In Hollywood parlance, if you slap people in the face, don't expect them to smile and ask for another. Harrison Ford built a career playing iconic hero characters. So when the 80-year-old screen legend grunts through stunts as a battered old coot, while Phoebe Waller-Bridge cracks wise, fans instinctively revolt. Dial of Destiny shattered the belief in Indiana Jones' mythic vitality. The plot rehashes previous MacGuffin chases, but drains them of any sense of wonder or peril. Indy must stop Nasus from rebooting World War II armed with a magical sundial. Every emotional beat rings hollow, while Waller-Bridge mugs furiously as if she wandered on set from an SNL sketch. Their quest to stop Nasus from magically rebooting World War II armed with a comically oversized wristwatch grows more nonsensical by the minute. Every emotional beat rings hollow, while Waller-Bridge mugs wildly, upstaging Ford's mournful efforts to maintain a modicum of dignified poise amidst this humiliation conga line piled atop Crystal Skull's sins. Like Solo before it, Indy 5 reduced an alpha male pop culture icon into an object of pity to prop up the latest Hollywooded girl. From blatant plot holes to unearned emotional payoffs, everything about Dial of Destiny screams creative bankruptcy. The violent rejection by moviegoers forced Disney to finally put the Jones franchise out to pasture. 2023 will be remembered as the year audiences pushed back against declining quality and performance in Hollywood. Key franchises were damaged in the name of wokeness and hubris. The box office wasteland hints the ship may finally turn course back towards sanity. We can only hope the financial hits keep coming until the madness ends. Let us know your picks for top woke wipeouts in the comments. Like this video and subscribe for more.